The past 20 years have seen a lot of change. It is now well known that farmland access is a top barrier for farmers, and Land for Good was at the forefront of that thinking and bringing that awareness both to our region here in New England and also nationally as a real concern that needed attention and services. Farmland access and tenure and transfer are complicated issues for a farmer to tackle on their own. Due to our deep skills and knowledge on these topics, we are a go-to resource for organizations and officials. This has led to a diverse network of partners and a team approach to advancing equitable farmland access.
I've been here for about 27 years, and we are on about 140 acres all told. Right now we've got about 3.5 acres in production, and that feeds about 240 families in our community through our CSA membership.
There's a lot to me that stands out about Natural Roots, especially around their land tenure. They have this really creative way of accessing land and making improvements on the land. It took a lot of really careful negotiation and careful thinking to pull it together.
So right now we have a 15-year rolling lease. I've been able to invest into infrastructure of the farm, into building up a farm without owning the land. But it's through the features of our lease that I've felt secure in that. We've worked with Land for Good on at least 4 different critical moments along the way over the 27 years we've been here. One thing I've learned that feels really important is in a lease situation, the relationship with the landowner is the most important key. You came in and we all sat down together, and somehow you were able to just pull all those pieces together, and it was done, which was the biggest thing that we were having a hard time with, is getting it done.
Working with this case on them really opened my eyes too to how much working on a lease and getting everything written down can allow people that are already friends to really enjoy their friendship, and having it written down kind of gives them that peace of mind.
While Land for Good works directly with farm seekers to realize their individual goals, we also work with farmers who are considering farm transfer options, non-farming landowners to make their land available, and ag service providers to be more effective in supporting farmers getting on land.
A lot of land, especially farmland, is being sold to developers. That's not what I wanted. The hard part was getting into my head. I'm getting older, my health situation had its problems. Now it's time to get rid of it. But it's not easy because it's been in the family for a lot of years. The rest of it after that was easy. And now I'm overjoyed that I've done it.
My wife and I own Town Farm Tonics, and we make functional herbal beverages and a line of herbal teas. So it was always our goal to create a business where we could have a regional supply chain and also have our own market for the perennial herbs that we wanted to grow. Our idea back in 2016 or 17 was, let's build a business that we can then find farmland, which is hard to find, and eventually be able to grow our herbs for our products.
We had some conversations about renting land, but it's a lot to be able to start an area, invest in, the fertility, and we quickly realized that leasing land to grow perennials probably wasn't going to work out.
Adam and Kristen knew they wanted to have a farm for quite a while, and they started kind of getting their ducks in a row early, but then when the time was right, they leveraged Land for Good support in order to jump on an opportunity that came up.
I appreciate that Land for Good has an understanding of the bigger farming context. They might have a pulse on what's going on and have connections or people for you to talk to that you weren't aware of.
What's also unique is our geography and working in the 6 New England states. We get to learn from what's happening in Maine and use those ideas to share with our partners in Connecticut, and also take that learning that we're doing here in New England and share it nationally with partners we have across the country.
Size of this farm is about 120 acres. It's gone through a lot of changes over the years. Since my father started Small Fruits and Vegetables, we just continued on with that. So there's 7 generations that have been on this farm. There wasn't any doubt in my mind that I would inherit the farm from my father. Now we've got 2 sons, and they're both active in the farm. For us, it's easy. It's not like we don't have anybody to succeed us. We do.
It's an obstacle and it's a wonderful thing at the same time. What do you do when you know you're kind of getting to the end of the road of people in the immediate family line? There's no better place to go for that kind of help than Land for Good.
I'm a member of the 7th generation of the family on the farm. We've been picking away at this for a little while now, so it's been a slow transition. The thing that I've appreciated probably the most about my experience with Land for Good is they do a very good job of encouraging you to just take things slow. Start the whole process of transition as early as you possibly can.
Land for Good over these 20 years has made a difference in maybe 2 ways. One is at the larger level, we have put land access, tenure, and transfer on the map. I think the second way in which we have made an impact is at the individual level with all of the clients and workshop attendees. We've impacted maybe thousands of lives of people who have land, who want to get on land, who are developing relationships with the land and with each other.
Find the good people and let them teach you. That's how I feel about Land for Good.